Hello. Today we're going to do a couple things. We're just going to do a little scouting. We're cleaning up loose ends, and I'll show you crop reports on how things are going. And for Paul out there, I'm going to walk around a little bit today and try to take pictures of all the prairie grasses and flowers I have, because she's always asking me questions, and it's gotten me. In the last 5 years, I've been trying to identify flowers, natural wild flowers, and birds. I even bought a bird book. So it's going to be a very varied video today, and I hope you enjoy it. I call this Morrisburg Field 1, or let's just call it Field 1. Fairly much no-till. We did disc a little bit of the cover crop in last year. But you know what? You can see the rows and the dying rye or dead rye. Now we had one wet spot on the north side, so we actually tiled it, or had it tiled today, or excuse me, this week. We are going to leave that. We're not going to disc that. We're just going to harvest around that this fall, level that up. They did a nice job. I mean, you're talking maybe 2, 3, 4 acres that will be affected, but just make it nice. Hopefully next year we don't have to drive around the wet spots. So, and we are going to disc up where they forgot to spray. Like I said, a lot of various stuff, but boy, it's nice. You can see the, it's so great when you see the bean rows coming up in that dead rye. It's looking really good. It's too bad. Those are nice looking beans, but we're going to actually disc this up, plant it again. So hopefully in 2, 3 weeks we'll do the post spray. These are up and they can spray it with the post, kind of like a conventional hybrid system. You can see the field up there. So to do this, we got our phlox. I think those are bleeding hearts. You people that know stuff can probably tell me what those are. I'm guessing that's a black-eyed Susan, but this will give some of you prairie people. This is just actually an edge where I've been told poison ivy does not grow in full sun. I would call those people liars, because it just grows and drifts here in this little knob. So, can't wear shorts around here. And here's a clump. I'm 90% sure that's a little blue stem clump, just on this little knob. Like I said, we cleaned it up so there's less shade. That came up. Fence we ripped out. More of what I call bleeding hearts, but someone will probably tell me I'm wrong. Now, this field is just next to the one you just saw with the rye. It actually is basically the same soil. There's 2 acres of Ladoga on this that the other field doesn't have, but other than that, it's old Clinton soils. We just took this field. Hopefully this will be last year. It's full tillage. We plan on no-tilling it with some cover crop. Putting cover crop this fall and no-tilling it. But the beans are planted the same day, about 8 hours later. You can see they look real good too. So kind of compare these two. Unfortunately, the fertility was not quite as good in this field as the other field. Conventional versus cover crop, no-till. But realistically, I think they'll be very similar. You can see the biggest problem in these smaller fields here. That's just animals coming in here and having a little dinner, a little breakfast as they walk. So, oh well, I guess as a farmer, you feed the world. I just forgot to mention that's deer and turkey and raccoons and all that stuff too. This is why you always check your tractor. It's been sitting here for like 2 days. I saw a little finch going in and out of there. And obviously there's a nest in the end of the exhaust. Must be getting soft in my old age, because I've seen a chipmunk in this oak and I've seen a squinty on the ground. So when I have old popcorn, I give the old little guys a little snack. This is just in the area where we're gonna fence. And yes, that leaning post is coming out. I can't pull out my hand because there's a stump there, so I need to get the tractor. But it's just a little hand-built fence. You can see some of those are coming out and we're gonna be doing it. But all this was overgrown. You couldn't even see the fence when we started. So just kind of work on it when we have spare time, which in the spring is not very often. But like I said, today's just a various day of doing a lot of little stuff, and still enough time to come out, and I guess this is my farm pet. I guess we had some good news last time I was out here. We found a log chain. I just strung it up there to show you. The real good news is I didn't hit anything where I found it. I was probably the chainsaw 1/4 inch from that chain, and I saw it. So it didn't even cost me a chain, let alone hit it with a mower or trying to feed it with that chipper. So I said it was a various day. We cleaned up some mulberry patches here, and we pushed the Russian olive back. Yeah, there's a scrap metal pile there building. We're gonna chip these up real quick with the old chipper. Then we're gonna take that off the tractor, put the disc on, and we're gonna disc, then we're gonna let it dry, then disc again. That little patch I showed you earlier, and then we're gonna put the planter on. So not a lot of anything today, just a lot of getting in and out and doing stuff. So, and if you're if you're pretty obvious, you'll see I changed shirts even though it's gonna be 90 degrees today and humid. I try to wear long sleeve shirts and my safety gear with that, because when that chipper grabs a branch, it doesn't care if you're in the way. That branch hit in the back of the head or scrape your arm. Yeah, so this is what I wear. Like I said, I try a long sleeve shirt. I'll wear the helmet with the earmuffs and the face shield for this. I'll take this off, I'll put my other shirt back on, even rinse off real quick with the trailer outdoor shower and just get the sweat off me. And I'll go back to my son's old high school camp football shirt from South Dakota. So, time to get to work. Even with that chipper, we run it in 540 economy, so we're only going to run about 1500, almost 1600 RPM to get 540, and that chipper will be ready to go. So there we are. 550, it's close enough. Run the 540 economy or 540E PTO. Only spin. You can see the tractor's actually real quiet. That baby's running full bore right now, so well, we'll see how long it takes to get that pile done. Not real big. Give you an idea what feeding chipper's like. Say 20 more minutes, but we'll see. Those of you that know chipping, at least how I do it. Now, if I save one piece like this to the last, I save it to the last, so you know I'm done. So what we do is we feed this. How it shows us doing it in the user manual. My guess is that that's how you do it on a engine-driven one, where you can disengage the PTO but still have hydraulics. The tractor ones, the only way you have hydraulics is if the PTO is running, which means the flywheel's running. So it's just I still do it the same way because I don't have a lift. So we idle it back a little bit, now we'll get it way back. Because next time we have it on, we'll put it in the shed, which concrete's not poured yet, cement, whatever you want to call it. I know one's right, one's wrong, but I know which one's right. And then we're going to change the knives on it, adjust the belts, adjust the knife, slip clutch, make sure she's ready to go brand new when it cools off later in summer. Now I say it's the last time I'm going to use it this summer because it's so hot. But if my two older boys say, hey, I got a weekend, Dad, you want to chip and clean up the fence? You'll be amazed how fast I can get that 3-point thing attached. Thank you much. Now hopefully do stuff that takes a little less effort because I'm worn out and it's only 12:30. Okay, I took a rinse off. That thing is amazing. We're gonna go shut the tractor off, and then we gotta go get 2 bags of seed. Then you'll see me disking. So we'll get the tractor turned off. When I get back with the seed, I'll take that off, put the disc on, that disked, let it dry. I'm gonna let it dry nice and muddy because I want the grass to dry down a little bit. And I'll hit it again with the disc, more finishing, light with the harrow. And then we'll plant tonight. And then I'm gonna be done, I hope. We'll see if we can get it all done. Videos keep coming. This will all be one long video. Sorry about me ranting, but oh, I feel so much better with that shower. That chipper, you see behind me, it's nice and open there, from there to there. Oh, I'm telling you, that's a young man's job feeding that chipper. Here we are. We're gonna try to run the disc like this first for extra deep. That's what we gotta go through. Sad, the bean's pretty nice. We're about 4 inches tall in that grass, but there's no way we're gonna kill that grass now, I don't believe. So we're gonna disc it up and start over. Well, we just got done with the plant, or with the disc, so now we're hooking up the planter. Things are going well. Just a little more work getting everything on and off. I'm telling you what we deal with here in this nice fertile ground of Iowa. Look down here. That'd be poison ivy, poison ivy, poison ivy. It's just a drift of poison ivy. So, and then of course, you know, we hook the tractor up. The first step down, poison ivy. Poison ivy. That's just, you can't move around in that poison ivy. So, first thing I do is, when I get this done today, I'll go over there to my home away from home and take a shower and scrub as hard as I can, like I'm taking the skin off to get the oils off if I have any on. Oh well. Well, let's get busy. We're gonna get this done, and it's a little after 4. Hopefully we're done by 6 o'clock. We're officially done planting. Now we just gotta clean up. We left the trench from the tile intact. I just thought, I didn't figure driving and disking out would be worth it, so we'll have a little bare spot. We did 2 wet spots in the beans, and we disked the grass and seeded that today, and we'll get it sprayed when we do the post and this. We actually are 2 seed boxes are out. We're just gonna run and do some 15-inch beans with that. Get as much out as we can. This field is 2-3 Mershman beans. We actually had some 2-0 just because they had them real handy. Some naked or non-treated beans. So that's what we're gonna do. So, like I said, we're gonna just drive out here, get one. We drove over some when we had the tile, so we're gonna put one back to the right. Number 6 seed boxes out. So, all done for the day. Well, done planting. We're gonna clean some stuff up, do a little mowing back by the trailer, and call it good. Well, we're just done for the day. Heading down winding trail. About an hour late. Hope you enjoyed the video, a little bit of everything. We are done.